value for your money when you activate your Digicel Prime bundle. More choices for what you want at low prices. More talk time on the most reliable network. More any-use data for whatever you're into searching and sharing. And dedicated data for more new apps to stream your music, shows, and live sports. Activate a Digicel Prime bundle of your choice in the My Digicel app today and save more. Digicel, better connected.
Nice to be in orbit.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, and welcome to Sip and Chat right here at the Sugar Factory with your host, me, Azem, and of course the lovely Jade, Gwenedita CPL Matter Stewart, Sekis Beyonce Johnson, who is looking lovely today. Jade, how are you doing?
Fine. How are you?
I already won. Yeah, I'm good.
That's vibes.
Yeah, I'm good.
It should be good. It's a beautiful Thursday.
It actually is a beautiful Thursday. It was coming in, it was clear skies, it wasn't too hot yet. I didn't feel like I was melting on my walk to the studio this morning.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. I mean, granted, it's a very short walk, but still.
But Jade, that's the point. The last few days, it felt like I was melting as I stepped out of my vehicle to get to the door. It was ridiculous.
Well, you know, that's the time we're living in right now. It's currently very hot, and it will be very hot for a while.
That's until September, buddy.
I doubt that.
I think November. Until November.
I think we're going on into December with this.
Oh, boy.
But so you go.
So you go. But yes, guys, good morning to the Sippers. Big up the Kingsters back there in the King Club. Morning, you guys are the MVPs. And of course, all the persons who are joining us for the first time, thank you very much for coming to check out what's happening here. And yeah, if you're here for the last time, hey, thanks, it was great.
It's probably Azem's fault.
Me? Everybody like you, Jade.
No,
Everybody like you, Jade.
no time.
At first you were the
thorn between
between
roses.
Yeah, the thorniest thorn between roses. Yes.
Compliment of my life.
But no, you're definitely the one that people like. People just come here and we like, why they don't get rid of that fella there with the shades, when you ain't shades inside.
Well, you know, you can't see, so that's one. And so I don't think so, man.
Think so?
No.
Okay. So we both liked, or is it that I'm liked and you're not?
I don't know. I just don't think people don't like, I don't think they don't like you.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Well, if you like me, thanks.
Yes.
If you don't like me, thanks for watching anyway.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Hate watching is a thing.
Yeah. Remember when we started doing this thing first and people was like, oh, they're not gonna like that. I'm like, yeah, but I watch anyway.
True. That is true.
Yeah. Hoping everybody out there having a good day so far. It's early, but still.
There's so many things that could go wrong to offset you there.
But we have life.
But we have life.
Yeah. Speaking of we having life, we have some unfortunate news that's been.
Oh, you want to go straight into?
Well, because we start talking about having life, I think, recognizing that there are people who not in the same boat as us.
Yeah, but you don't have the gears to grind, like, nothing bother you today.
Ah.
Before we jump into the unfortunate news, clear your system.
Maybe they got much gears, I had a thought this morning, though.
Which was?
The people who go around, like, claiming people who they shouldn't claim or have no claim over. Yeah, literally it was Friday or something. Somebody was asking me about my ex. And I was like, who that?
You don't have any.
No, I mean, who that?
I said something really terrible, boy.
Yeah, don't say. I don't even know what you're going to say.
Christ. I'm happy for self-control now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why people start to like you now.
Yeah. Because I used to just say anything. I mean, I still don't say anything, but Lord.
Yeah. Some anythings are...
better left unsaid.
But yeah, somebody was telling me, like, asking me about my ex and how she doing, and I was like, who you mean?
Wow. Wow.
And then they told me who they meant. And I was like,
That's not my ex.
I said, you're funny. And they go, what do you mean? I'm like, that's not my ex. They're like, no, it wasn't even close to that.
Dear Lord, please don't let me ever claim nobody as an ex.
No, it was, like,
I may know that.
It wasn't even close, Jade. Like, it was.
Please don't put me in this predicament.
You know, sometimes people end up in like situationships, and then people would either not have a clear idea of what's happening. Or, it wasn't not even that, Jade.
No, yeah, please ask.
Not even.
If
that.
y'all unsure about a relationship that you think you're in, ask. Don't just go along with it. Because you're going to be on one page and they're going to be on a different page, and
I told you about
end up in a situation like this.
I told you several times, Jade.
Oh, it's wow.
No, okay. This
wow.
time, this time, I know the person. Like I know who the person is, right? I know there was interest. There was nothing that would ever indicate, in any way, that we were there or that's the direction we were going in. It was quite clear that there was no interest. There was anyway.
Why y'all do?
Then there was this one time, which till now I don't know who this person is. I get a report from the person I was dating at the time asking me who this person is that works at a particular government agency, and I go, excuse you? And now this is the problem about it now, Jade. When somebody hears something like, oh, you got something going on with this person, and then they come to the significant other, and the significant other goes, like, I literally don't know who this person is. You automatically get labeled a liar, Jade. Like, oh, you mean, so you just got this person there telling people.
Actually, yes.
And you know what the funny thing was? You know how I was able to get around that situation? I'll get the person to believe me.
Do so.
The person who was claiming that we were together, right, told somebody in defense of themselves, like, no, I got a picture of me and Azem on the beach. And then the person I was dating at the time go, oh, okay then, she like, because you don't take picture, and you don't go to the beach. So that day, so nothing I said could have.
We have a video of you at the beach.
Well, yeah, but.
So I can't use that.
But not anymore. But at the time,
yeah,
there was no such evidence.
I just don't care about them things,
Wow.
Like people, I feel like we live in such a small country that people can just lie on you all the time for no reason.
That is a very big deal, Jade. To not care is quite.
No, I can't care
reckless.
about every time somebody do that, because they're gonna do it all the time. Especially if you're out in the public, people know you. Like there's always going to be something. I've heard some creative rumors about myself.
Yeah, the rumors.
I want y'all to start making up rumors that I'm rich. Speaking into existence for me. Them the kind of rumors I want y'all to start. Benefit me in some way.
Yeah.
Them good ones?
The good rumors.
Yeah. Because when you put things out into the atmosphere, that's happened for you sometimes. I put out that.
Yeah, so that had happened one time. And the funny thing about it, still now I don't know who this person was.
Bye.
I don't know the person. Like one time I went to the government building and was asking, and they told me the person wasn't in that day. I wasn't in at that time until I went on lunch or something.
Yeah.
I was like, what's this close? I done went on Facebook, tried to figure out. I knew somebody who worked there.
It was so serious?
Because this was an ongoing thing.
And you had a relationship to worry about.
So you got to figure out who this is.
You got to clear your name.
No, it wasn't a situation where I was actively trying to hunt, but it's like I was going to the place. I was like, oh wait, this is the place where the person.
Let me find them.
Like apparently my second family.
Aww.
Like live at and so they work at. So let me go see who this person is.
Can't find them.
Till now, me know who the person is.
I think people just
I
talk
can't
too
remember
much.
the name.
I think people talk too much. And about the wrong things. Like, there's things that you could discuss, but if you're discussing these things every day and they don't add to your life, I find it very strange.
No, but that's the problem, Jade. It adds to their life.
Well, they need to find some hobbies or touch grass or hug a tree.
Adds to their life
something.
Because it makes them the center of attention for the particular time when they're
God.
talking.
Y'all need to go to therapy if y'all lack attention that much and y'all have to constantly sit and gossip about other people.
You don't have enough therapists, Jade.
Oh, that's true. I forget.
That's everybody.
I forget we take it.
So in case the whole
that's
world,
the problem.
Jade,
Resources short.
For the whole world, Jade.
Yeah.
Some therapists them need to go to therapy.
They must need therapy if they have to listen to y'all how it shows daily. I can't imagine being a therapist. You have to sit and listen to people's trauma daily.
That's not the part that would get me a bit over the job, Jade.
What?
Listening to people's trauma, you could do.
Oh.
I can't listen to the delusions, Jade.
Oh.
Like, that's the part that can just be like, okay, you're stupid. Like, and that's what I don't want to say, but you can't say it.
Maybe that's why you should.
And then my job is to try and show you how stupid you are without telling you that you're stupid. That just seems like.
No, there's ways and means around that.
Yeah, but at the same, it would be very tiring.
Oh.
Like over and over trying to convince people that they're stupid without being able to tell them that they're stupid. It just feel like.
Some people need to hear it. Some people need to hear the truth about themselves. Yeah. But we don't have enough people that are willing to tell them. Because we care about feelings.
Well, Jade, I tell you, we're getting worse and worse with that, eh?
Yeah.
We're getting worse and worse with that. I mean, yeah, people just get up. Like, you know how I feel, Jade, about delusion and thing. Like, because sometimes I just say things and it'll just be like, I'll be like, yeah, but it's strange, Jade, yeah.
That's why I don't say nothing. Doesn't make sounds.
Just make sounds. Like, that's the sound Jade make.
That's my brain. Later when I shut it down, I say, why I didn't say that? Lord Jesus.
But it's true.
We want to fight.
But it's true.
Yeah, it's true. You're right. It's true. Yeah.
I don't understand why we just be so like, oh, don't say it. The other thing too, right? This idea about like things being offensive, we got to take a look at that too. We got to take a look at that.
If we stop and took a look at everything that's wrong with the world, we'll never stop looking. So.
Let's start there. Let's just start there.
I feel like there's better places to start.
No, Jade. Because the problem is that anything that we're trying to fix must start with conversation. The problem is that we can't have true communication and conversation because everybody tiptoeing around what they need to say because they don't want to be offensive. So we need to look at that first. And then we could start having conversations about the other things we need to fix. Because you can't have a true conversation without the risk of offending the person you're having the conversation with.
That is true.
Like you can't have a true conversation. It's impossible. Now that doesn't mean that I'm not speaking about maliciously trying to offend somebody, right? Mm-hmm. But if you're having a true and honest conversation,
there's a risk that
the risk is there.
Yeah. Well, it's because we're talking to AI and phones and all these things now.
Not only that, too.
We don't feel like talking to people in that way.
Yeah, you're true. It's right. And one of the other things too, because something make you feel uncomfortable, there's a difference between being put in a place of discomfort and being made to feel uncomfortable and somebody doing something offensive to you.
No, that is true.
And the other thing too is like they take things that are offensive and then call it oppression. I'm like, I'm not oppressing you. This is not oppression. Like I'm not.
I think we forget the meanings of words. We need to go back to, remember when they used to make us learn the dictionary in school? That's what we need to go back to.
Part of it is that we well know the meanings of the words, but what happens is because
Some people don't, friend.
Yeah, but because there is such a how should I put this? The currency of victimhood is very high. Like the value of it is very high. So there are people who not only weaponize victimhood, but also seek it out because it gets them pity, attention, all these other things that they want. So like being
the problem is always going to be attention.
But people right now seems like they find any way to make themselves a victim. They may find any way to make themselves a victim. So
strange times, friend.
Yeah.
Strange times. Well, yeah, let's start. No, I guess we could go into grief and sadness and despair.
Where you want to start?
What make you say like my whole one sheet is just that?
No, but I mean, like I know there's multiple and multiple persons of interest who.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Oh God.
Who you have?
Both.
Okay.
But let's start locally. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this week has just been a week that we've lost some very important people, some legends. And so it says the police are investigating a suspected unaliving of beloved educator Oswald Elliott. I can't say the S word because those things just get us like blocked on.
You don't say the R word a lot. I just wonder if you just realize.
I remember it now. So we're creative with these words.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, Mr. Oswald Elliott, one of the most renowned and longest serving English and literature teachers in St. Kitts, has passed. The authorities suspected that he passed by his own hands. In a statement, the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force said it's investigated the suspected unaliving of Elliott following a call for assistance at his residency at Navy Street, St. Kitts, around 9 a.m. on May 23, 2023. Emergency services found Mr. Elliott inside his home and unresponsive.
We don't talk about this shit. We don't talk about the rest of the article.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about the police report.
Well, actually, it was a tribute to it after that.
Okay, well, the police report and where they find him and whatever. We don't want to talk about that.
No, it was only one
Okay.
line. So,
Yeah.
but you wanna?
No, okay, so affectionately known as Oswald
Yeah.
to everybody, right? Unfortunately, he passed, and of course, firstly, condolences to friends, family, past students. I don't know if he was still teaching at the time of his passing, right?
I'm not sure either.
But he was definitely one of the persons in our society who made an impact, who almost everybody knew.
If you don't know, like, you
and,
have to
and not only that, you know, and he knew everybody.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just that everybody knew him, you know, but
No,
he
definitely.
knew everybody. He knew your grandfather. He knew your great-grandmother. He knew where she used to live. He knew everything.
You know your auntie them.
That's one of the things that I always found very interesting about Oswald. He might have had the best memory of anybody ever.
Why? That's a fact, because I don't know how he can remember all these. You know, I just struggle to remember people that I know personally.
Jade, I've heard this man, word for word, recite entire chapters of plays, you know.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if he had a photographic memory or what it was, but...
Must be. I know he ain't Ginkgo, because Ginkgo can't do that.
No, but he had one of the best memories of anybody I have ever met.
No, definitely.
He taught me communication studies. I mean, it wasn't really long. I mean, I think I was in the class for like maybe 3 classes.
Will you stop?
I was a rebel, Jade.
Just.
I was a rebel. But that's not what this conversation is about, Jade.
Do you see no more questions were asked?
But yeah, so he taught me for a bit, and like it was obvious that he had a passion for literature, for word, for drama and art and expression on a whole.
And you could tell in his aura and his presence, like,
Look,
it does ooze out.
you ever hear a man make up a word in the moment, a word that has never existed before that exact moment, and everybody know exactly what I mean?
Interesting.
I hear the man call a girl something at time that the word doesn't exist, Jade. It was not all English word. It wasn't some. The man make up the word in the moment, and everybody knew the exact meaning
That's a skill right
of
there,
what
boy.
he was trying to convey. You know?
That is a skill right there. Nah, he's definitely going to be missed, man.
Yeah. Somebody need to figure out where all the pamphlets are. The funeral pamphlets. I never see a man could like,
Listen.
the man got everybody funeral pamphlet
Everybody.
from at least 1937.
Everybody.
Yeah.
He's there at the funeral. Pamphlet in hand.
People got the best stories about as well. But
Yeah.
as well, just do this thing when you just jump in your car.
What? Yeah. You know me, I know.
By time he done in the back seat, is that when he telling you he want to live here?
Well, you slow no? Where else would he be entering the vehicle?
What
The vehicle about to move and he jump in. What I tell you?
What a character. But yes, educator.
But yeah.
And for years and years, many students would have passed through and would have been successful in the exams, having been taught by him, right? And yeah, definitely leaves a void in the social fabric of like St. Kitts Nevis. Like there's never going to be another Oswald.
No.
There's never going to be another Oswald.
Hopefully people just remember him and carry on his legacy, speak about him, tell the youths that there was once a man.
There was once a man.
Called Oswald.
Called Oswald.
Put something up in the college for him, like, you know, a little more. I don't know. We don't do these things no more. Like we just let the greats pass and then we just forget them. What are we doing?
I don't know. I mean, I think people are remembered in different ways, right? People are remembered in different ways. I suspect there will be some sort of tribute or memorial at the college, him being a teacher for so long. I suspect, who knows what his homegoing arrangements may be. I don't know. But I mean, yeah, there are people who obviously will miss, and I'm presently missing him now, and I'm sure they will find ways to express that as they continue to grieve. So
Yeah.
we'll see how we see what the plans are moving forward.
Yeah. And then another legend passed last night, yesterday. Boy, imagine my surprise being off social media all day. And
Only to find
go find Miss Tina Turner passed away. Like,
Mary back.
oh my God. So I keep off social media, you know.
That kind of day, Jade. It was that kind of day. And the thing about Tina Turner for me wasn't just the fact that, you know, she was a singer, she was famous or whatever. But Tina, the longevity.
Tina was a performer.
Tina had hits like every decade since like the 50s.
You know how difficult that is?
Like Tina had hits upon hits spanning like whoa, what? We don't get started.
You know, Joe.
We don't get started.
Relax, buddy, relax. Oh,
We don't
God.
get started.
Performance time?
No, it's not.
See, I tell her sing, you know. I thought joking.
But I mean, Tina, and of course, everybody constantly remember just how well she carried herself.
Oh, such a lovely little woman. Just
Everybody talk about the legs, but I think the point of that is she really took care of herself and was very much, even up into her 60s, 70s. I saw Tina Turner concert. She is literally suspended 50 feet above not suspended, you know, just up there. On a ramp.
I saw it on a ramp. No harnesses, no nothing.
I remember the first time I saw that video, right? It was a teacher of mine who every morning will come to class and he'll play concerts. And like, that was one of his favorite concerts, like the Tina Turner concert, right? And so like you come into the class and for the first like while he waiting to start the class, like, you watch the concert and thing. And I just like thinking to myself, like, there is no fear, this is a true performer, somebody who's trying to give every ounce of herself to her audience.
Yeah, she better than make her. I ain't going up there. What's without a harness?
Yeah, and of course, you know, she would have had some trying times early in her career. Those things are well documented. And so to continue her career after having dealt with all of that, I think was a testament to her resilience and testament to her passion and her talent. Like, she definitely was one of the great ones.
Yeah, she definitely was.
Her music will live on forever. As long as there's humans, Proud Mary will be sung.
And AI. And AI.
Proud Mary will be sung, right? What's Love Got to Do with It?
Yes.
It's going to be sung. All of these songs are going to be they're just part of what it is to be human now.
Yeah. Also, so somebody is saying that Mr. Earl Clark also passed away. We're just having some deaths this week.
Really bad. Wow.
Yeah.
So that's news to me.
It was news to me too, like.
Wow.
Boy. This week is just
Again, condolences to the loved ones of the deceased. I mean, Earl Clark's legacy cemented too. Whether it is as part of the labor movement, whether it is his role in just fitness and things. I used to go to Earl Clark gym.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I was in school, like when I was in high school. Yeah. So, wow.
Yeah, bye.
That is.
Well, let me see if I could.
I just hope when my time come, which will be maybe in the next 200 years or so, that people talk about me in this way, like.
I hope so too, bye.
Yeah, I mean, some people don't care, but I
I
care.
know.
I care about legacy.
Yeah.
Some people more, concerned about, maybe their immediate family and making sure that they impart things to them, and that is admirable.
Mm-hmm.
That is admirable. But I recognize for some reason I have an innate drive. When I see people pass like this who, when they are no longer here, the impact of that fact like sends ripples throughout like society. Like I hope that I am able to contribute in some way, like where, the fact that I'm no longer here is something to be noted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, one thing we didn't mention is like with Mr. Elliot, the circumstances surrounding his death and so is again under investigation.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention that because there's a lot of people talking and people can say
Well,
things.
we're in the great country of St. Christopher and Nevis, and one thing we're going to do is make up a story
Well, we don't
and
know.
tell other people the story, and everybody is going to run with it.
Yeah. The truth is we don't know.
We do not
know. Whatever the reality is, like what he would have contributed is that cemented. It is cemented. And whatever the unfortunate circumstances surrounding his passing, because it's unfortunate all around, no matter
what the reason is.
He definitely would have imparted positively and impacted people's lives positively for generations.
Definitely.
Generations. So,
speaking of legacy, so Beach Allen Primary, the school that I went to,
Beach Allen? Okay.
celebrates 31 years of academic service.
Really?
Congratulations to them.
31 years?
Yeah. I don't know how old I thought the school was, but I didn't think it was 31.
You thought it was older or younger?
I thought it was old actually.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Was it something else before Beach Allen, or it was just Beach Allen?
I don't know.
Beach Allen and myself are all alike? I don't. That's vibes.
But what's they have like a set of
Things that they're
they
doing.
don't have any sort of, because I know a lot of people who would have gone to Beach Allen.
Yeah. Great people, I hope.
Many of them, yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Many of them, yes.
Well, Bastia St. Kitts, the education ministry, I think this came from. So they are acknowledging the contribution to the children of St. Kitts and Nevis. The principal and staff of Beach Allen Primary School commenced celebratory activities, making the institution's 31 years of service to educating the nation's children. The school launched the celebration at a ceremony on Monday under the theme 31 Years of Fostering Resilience and Sustainability Through Quality Education. Okay. Dr. Jeffrey Hanley gave a speech, and then the principal gave some brief. Okay, the activities, yes. So upcoming activities surrounding the observance of the 31st anniversary include Know My School quiz on Tuesday, which that would have been Tuesday past. Creative Hat Day today.
Yay!
Yay! I didn't see any, did I?
You didn't go up that way.
And I also wasn't paying attention when I was coming outside. Yeah. And an anniversary day church service on Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love some of these things that the school's doing now that they never used to do when I was in.
Bye, I vex, you know.
One of the best ones for me is anything but a bag day.
Oh my God.
You know, anything but a bag day.
That,
Yo,
that one does be hilarious.
I was gonna be wilding under there.
Me too,
I telling you.
As you know, I live next to the temporary Bastille High School, right?
Temporary, now we're there for about 15 years.
Yeah, I'll call it temporary because I hope you move. But sometimes I'm in my house and I just listen and I'm like, boy, where have you had none of these things? I wake up, who got that out? What's it? Big with him over in the school and I said, what is? What's it with me? None of these things, and I think I really like it because, you know, school should be fun. We shouldn't just see it as a strict place of education. We need to get creative to keep the kids.
Yeah.
The kids are creative outside of school, so why not in school as well?
Yeah. I think making school a place where children want to be goes a long way.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. They're there for how long? 8 hours?
Minimum.
Yeah, so you have to make it fun. You have to make it engaging. You have to find ways to cater for all types of students. Because you don't just have one student who literally go there and know they want to learn. There's some students who have a very short attention span.
No, but I mean, truth be told, children will be children, and children want to have fun. Like, ain't just girls. Children want to have fun. Like, so.
That's a fact. Because nothing, listen, children's first word is ramp, you know? Ramp. Not play, ramp.
Yeah. I see a child the other day going to school with a wheelbarrow. with three books in it. I was like, what's that there?
No, your father can't know.
Poor father now heading the concrete with his hand them.
Yeah. Because he try wanted to be creative.
Come out, hey, when me borrow.
Bye, thing I school with it for creative back. Where could you can't go there for it?
I know. At least you go to school.
At least. At least. That is a fact, bye.
Talking about come up to school, bye. You ever had any situations where somebody broke?
Oh, I thought I made mine.
Oh, your parents?
Bye.
Come up to school during school?
Bye.
Unbeknownst to you? Like you didn't call him? I didn't know a student, you didn't know that teacher was going to call him to come?
One time I wasn't a teacher. One time I was a crossing guard. Because I came back to school late.
Me ain't going to ask what he was doing, because we already know.
What was it?
Have an extended lunch.
Oh, yeah, man. I was actually hungry. Why? Winston shop, like, you see how Undertaker used to pop up? I said, oh, God.
You see the hand come out?
Yeah, man. My father called the school enough time.
As to why you are who you are. Yeah, my parents ever come up like anything like that? I don't think so.
Oh.
But I was the kind of student
It only happened 3 times. One time I didn't know he was
That's
coming.
a lot.
For sure?
It's a lot, really. My parents come to school because I call them.
Oh.
Or the teacher call them. So I know what they're coming up to deal with or what they're coming for.
Yeah, mine was, two was a surprise. One was, I know he got to come because situations.
Which one was he fighting? One of the one?
The one that I know he was coming for.
Oh, yeah.
The other two, I think, was just me coming back to school late.
No, that's big problems, eh?
Yeah.
Like, let me tell you something. One of the biggest, how should I phrase this? One of the harshest bouts of discipline that my father ever gave me was due to the fact that, not necessarily that I went somewhere and didn't come back or whatever, but it had to do with him suspecting that I was sneaking out of school during school time. And
were you?
No.
Oh.
No, but what happened was because I was playing stubborn and being big man and thing, then I had to be put in my place.
Not like a humbling, you know?
Bye.
You suddenly remember, oh yeah, is it child in the relationship
Yeah,
now?
but I just remember,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I did thinking my in grade 6 as a big man now.
No. Slow your roll, Pano.
I think, no, it was in grade 5 that happened. Yeah, grade 5. I in grade 5, so I get ready to go over its test of standards. But it's a big man, what you telling me?
Uh-huh.
But check yourself, see?
But yeah, not worse than when you got to be reminded that you
I mean, I didn't actually say
still-
those words, but that was what was going on in my head.
A lot of things that be going on in your head, they can't say. I just see these videos that the children saying exactly what I'm saying. I say, oh, I'm brave.
Oh, but that's a new development there, man.
Yeah, boy.
Where the filter gone?
Oh,
They got filters for the face, but none for the brain? Okay.
what I'm saying here, go mess up everything and scream into your bed and so.
Yeah.
We don't do that no
Put
more.
your face in your pillow.
And talk kind of things.
The biggest sign of like rebellion you could do when we were small is maybe slam your door. And don't slam it too hard. Eh?
No, you got to slam ease.
You got slam ease. You got hit it too hard. You got
You do it just enough to get wherever you want it to put you, but not enough for
Watch.
them to turn on. Because if they turn on your salt, eh?
there's a thin line
Yeah, man.
between slamming the door to get the reaction of your mother. Hey, don't slam no house, no door in the house.
Hey.
You make door. And then slamming it hard enough for her to turn
Oh,
around.
my mother is here,
Once
boy.
you get it, oh, bye.
Your whole life God just flashed before you.
Oh boy. Well. Hey, big up to the parents them who used to.
Did I have those days?
Big up to the parents them who used to be like. Bye. Them parents used to wait until like you in the shower to catch you for the thing what you do yesterday and so.
No, me had them days, bye.
Bye. Them parents there is
Me had them days.
them parents.
Well, one, I never used to live with my mother, so I ain't like, you know.
Your father never really banging thing like that.
What?
Oh, can you say your mother so?
No. Why would you think that?
I don't know.
But what?
You went to your mom, so that's why I asked.
No, because I was thinking about the slamming door thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I slam doors.
You mean some house?
No, bye.
Crazy?
You want me on a door?
Oh. Hey, but the funny thing is, that's me though. That's me. I just be thinking about how we're going to respond to certain things. I don't know what
You have to go on the door.
I can just
So don't
wait.
get to slam now.
Watch here. We'll slam the door in here one time.
No, but
No,
that's...
but me even say nothing here, Jade. Me saying a thing. I'm going to just wait until you go school one day.
you come over
And
here
you come
on the
home,
door.
there's no door.
How long you going to take the door for? Because the door is very important, eh?
But you didn't know that when you were slamming it?
Yeah, but you don't slam doors before.
Oh.
You never slam a door.
Yes, Jade. So what I got to do with me dealing with this black light door slamming in my house?
I just want to...
Because you know I don't believe in that logic, eh?
That was...
Oh, maybe we used to do it too.
No, we can't. No,
So
definitely.
No.
And a lot of y'all who keep saying...
We were
Well,
young too. Like,
No, besides, not even that. When people they say, well, my parents used to do it. And I say, but look how you behave now. you think it work? It didn't work. That's not... That always does make me laugh when people go, oh, well, my parents used to do us. My parents used to... I'm like...
Actually,
Stop telling y'all people how abusive y'all parents was. It's not a joke.
yeah. People like to
To brag
no,
on
but
trauma.
that's the trauma though, right? The trauma, and you cope with the trauma by trivializing it and laughing about it, right? But I don't have so much fun, yeah. I ain't got so much fun. Like my child, you happen to have a friend who for some strange reason allow you to come over and stay and like relax here in the house and so. Oh, I'm having so much fun. I can just literally one day just run in the bedroom and just scream out and just like run out. Just scamp out the room and so.
Oh, Lord, that's sorry for him.
You know what like
I'm
you
sorry
know,
for him, you know.
all that is when you know when your little stupid friend them telling you come let's go bed when you're supposed to be in school. The response that I'm hoping for is, my father crazy here. I see what my father do. My father insane. So you gonna go? Are you going in class? You stop here and then walk out all the shots.
No, I like it. I might have to implement that one.
Yeah. Me running around banging. It ain't that like, oh, my father gonna bang me and so.
No.
My father, insane.
He's too unpredictable.
You never know. My father gonna do you.
Yeah.
Suppose, and my father don't work any week. My father just drive around here.
So you try to feel like you don't want that one?
Hey, you know that face what? You know that face what Kevin Hart do when he looking around the mic, but look at this, right?
That's what you do? Just pop up?
By the classroom door, Jade. I can just pop up at the classroom and just look in with her face. And just walk off.
So no,
Now they gotta do it like 2 or 3 times.
no, you're gonna make the trainer for the school bully your child.
No.
What do you mean?
My child be cool.
I said, they're going to start to buy. Remember, watch it, one
My
thing.
child be cool.
There's something that I remember from school specifically, right? Parents ain't off limits.
No. I don't care if they abuse me, you know.
No. They're abusing the child for you. They're using you as the word, you know.
Oh, no, you know.
Oh, yes, your father crazy.
My child can be like, yes, yes. He insane. I telling her this all the time. Why you think maybe I go start mango with her? Like, I tell her the man it ain't good.
I'll let put trauma by.
Don't even smile and just look in the book. Wait till you see me and just ease out slow. And just walk out the school.
I please don't let this man is on our campus. Do not put up a picture outside the school.
I can have so much fun, Jade.
Put up his picture outside
I
the
can
school.
have so much fun.
Like the Chinese used to do, the people who used to thief from them. Put up the picture.
Not allowed on the campus.
Yes, please, because
Mr. Bailey.
the unhingedness.
No,
Speaking of
Jade.
school, you saw that video that I sent you yesterday, right? Men know how to deal with these things. Azem, how would you? Like these things show me that men as equipped as I hope to be as a parent yet. Because my response to that was going to be very different, you know. Like they would have been no shot today.
Let's tell the people what's going on.
So yesterday we saw a video of a class basically jumping on a little girl. I don't know what happened before that, but a whole class, not just you and somebody had it out in the class, so you're hyping it up like they usually do. You, one person, and a class literally beating on you as a child. What am I supposed to do now, Azem? No, I'm minding my business. I get a call from the school, an incident happened. You know, they tell me what the incident is. Maybe they don't elaborate much on the incident because, you know, they're trying to keep the peace. But then
But not only that, you're trying to come to, they want you to just come, like we ain't trying to explain everything on the phone, just come.
But then you get a video, you get a video and you look at the video and you see your child in that predicament. Now what am I supposed to do? Like how am I supposed to feel? I'm asking because I feel like my response to this is not the appropriate one. So let me ask the room.
Oh, that's me?
Yes.
Jade, I can't imagine, like I can't put myself in the position of the parent of the child. Like initially, I want to believe what I would do afterwards. Like I want to believe I would know how to respond.
Afterwards?
But in the moment though, I have no idea, Jade. I literally have no idea. I have no idea because there's a lot of questions. But there's a lot of questions that run through my mind. Right? One, where are the teachers?
Where are the teachers?
That's the first question, obviously. Right? We are the people who are supposed to be overseeing the children doing school and things. Now, as a teacher, so I know it is like all kind of things could be going on where a teacher isn't there.
Yeah, maybe
right?
they went to the bathroom, you know, they
all
had to
kind
go
of
to
things,
the
all
office,
kind of things.
whatever
Somebody's
the situation.
sick, there's short staff. Like,
Yeah.
If this happened recently, this is a very special time for schools, right? Exam time going on, so who knows? Maybe
I think it happened this week.
Teachers invigilating,
Yep.
like different things going on, right? So, and you don't know what time of the day this happened. This might have been before school start, like so. There's all sorts of things. Like you don't know if it's the afternoon, like during lunchtime. So there's all kind of reasons why a teacher might not be there that is like explainable and so. But that's gonna be one of the questions why a teacher wasn't there, for sure. Right, but I mean,
Bye.
outside of that, because again, I can't answer the question of the initial. Okay, let me talk from the perspective of like the parent of the child. I don't know what the initial thing is. The second thing would be like I would then start looking for another school for my child.
No, I definitely moved.
That's the first thing. Like it is so strange to see a situation where it seems as though the class that is what like I don't know if that is the class of the child. I don't know but if that is the class, to see a situation where everybody seems to not be on the side of your child like that, and to the point where they're willing to physically. Now, of course, there's the issue of mob. There's mob mentality and all of that and everything. So that might have, but again, your child ain't got one friend.
Bye. No bye.
Or even one person in the class to be like, nah man, she needs up like that.
No, don't do that.
I have been on record as jumping in for people. Me even know them, Jade. It's just like, no, this ain't look right.
No.
Me ain't jumping in to go fight nobody, but like I'll come and I'll try and like pull away apart or whatever. But
to see that bye, that was crazy.
Jade, what you do for the whole class and not like you?
Bye, that's also another question because
that's
a lot of people, yeah.
No, let's get into the jokes, Jade. Let's get into the jokes now. It's a very serious topic, but hey, we got a little fun. Speaking of the parent first, I want to believe parents know when they got a little terror on their hand. You will know that, hey, and I spoke about this before, that is one of my biggest fears, you know.
That your child turn into a little terror?
Not turn into a little terror, but turn into a person that I personally don't even like.
That's a little terror?
No, it might not be that you're a little terror, but it must got people who maybe like who are narcissistic, you know, people who are always negative, people. There's a lot of reasons why.
I know them people. I know some people like that
there's different personalities, right? That don't lend themselves to people like ingratiating themselves to you or like, you know, being friendly to you and all them kind of things. Like, that's one of my biggest fears, yeah. As a person, I do not like you. And you come out of my lines. Like,
of all the millions that was swimming, you is the one who make it?
Now, bear in mind, I think that there are some parents that are delusional and they don't know how to differentiate love from like.
Yeah.
Right?
You could not like your child. Your child could irritate you. That don't mean you don't love them.
Yeah.
That just mean...
No, but what I'm saying is, not even just they don't like your child. Because your child could do something in the moment and you don't like them. But you might like them tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right? I'm talking about this is a person that is not likable. Like, you're just not likable.
Well, so maybe you need to take some responsibility for that.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
But I think parents should be able to... I think parents, in a lot of cases, recognize that. Like, you know when your child jump out your chance and go to school by playing like her.
Oh, God.
No, I've seen this happen, like, regularly, you know. It's like, there's some children.
Are you a teacher? You must see it.
Right. And even though that I'm not a teacher, I'm around, I have little cousins, there's young children around me, and one thing a child like to do is tell you about the drama in the class.
Why, sure.
Right? So I've heard about class dramas where it's like, and they'll say, nobody like her, you know, Azem. Nobody like her. And it's like, the parent must know. When she jumping out of the car to go to school, the parent must know. Part of the thing does be sometimes too. The reason why that child isn't liked is because you ain't a likable person and that child is mimicking all the traits that you possess.
Have, yeah.
That you think is good.
That's what I tell you, is you fast.
No, I'm thinking about a specific situation now, and having heard about the situation from, I know several kids in the class, and based on how they're telling the story, of course they might embellish or leave out certain facts or whatever, and you take that into account. But it's like, I know the child's parents. What y'all telling me is exactly what the parents don't move.
Yikes.
Me really like the parents either.
So understandable.
I can understand, but I understand the dynamics that exist here. Yeah, like, it's unfortunate. People, and this is what I keep telling people all the time, you know. We live in a society. Where we're preparing children. We have to prepare them to live in a society. We have to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
A lot of things that we're doing now and saying now, and a lot of things I hear people say all the time, that's just make it's total nonsense to me. I'll give you an example. I tell you the other day, talking to these two young girls, and they're talking about this other young girl who is now famous for being, let's be honest, ratchet. So she goes live, she's talking about ratchet things, she posts talking about ratchet things, like ratchet is her brand, right? Congratulations. You got a lot of followers, man flying you up and down the place, no problem. Great for you. But what I can't understand is, while we're talking, well, I wasn't actually talking, they were talking, two young ladies talking. So they go in and they say, look, I just like her, man, I like she energy. So I say, but what you like about her, really?
She don't care.
She don't care, she don't let nobody tell her what to do. Society telling her how to live she life, she don't let nobody tell her how she live she life. And like,
That's
first
a very
thing,
dangerous precedent you are setting.
I said, first thing, nobody actually telling her how to live she life here, like.
No.
But what is happening is that if you do certain things, then there's gonna be certain consequences. Like,
Yeah. We forget
like if you don't bathe and so, like people ain't gonna want you around. Like nobody telling you to bathe, but
they
if you
just
don't
say-
want to bathe, we just don't want you around.
Yeah.
Like,
People don't remember consequences for things. They just feel like consequences is a myth, apparently.
no,
Until-
they think consequences is a form of control. So because and then they feel that no one should have any control over anything, so then
If
consequences are seen as being
If that was the truth, right, then why are just call police when people do things? There shouldn't be no consequences.
And I'd be listening to these logics and just be like, excuse you? But you want to be a part of society. You want, when you turn on your pipe water and you want if somebody come in your house, you could call
can't
the
wait for
police.
that to happen again.
You want, oh, boy. I'm sorry, that was a sore point for you. I'm sorry, Jade.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Jade. I apologize. I have to remember everybody isn't as privileged as me.
You have water past 10?
I have what? Yes, I have water all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be God's favorite?
Clean.
Oh, wow.
Feels clean, Jade.
Amazing, eh?
But yeah, I mean, I sometimes wonder about these things that we're promoting and
But we're going to find out in the long run, you know. In the next 10 years, we're going to see the repercussions, we're going to see the...
next 10 years we've seen them already, Jade. We've seen them
Yeah,
already.
but we're going to really start to see the... What's the word I'm looking for?
You know, the fallout,
Well, basically, the fallout of the current situations that we're going through.
I think it's already starting to divulge. But let's switch the conversation just a bit back to seriousness.
Okay.
If you were the principal of said school, how are you
the
dealing with this?
principal. Why everybody going home? Everybody going home.
So you sent home the whole class?
Yeah.
For how long?
Well, the average week, will it be a week? A week of suspension? I don't know how long it will be. But first we're going home. Then we're going to have some meetings. We're going to have to figure out like what is happening in this class for y'all to feel like this is the appropriate response.
You know what the answer gonna be?
Well,
Teacher, nobody like a teacher, nobody like her. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Why y'all don't like her? We just ain't like her.
no, that's not a reason. That's not how it works.
When
in
me
the
and
world.
then, we ain't like her.
Yeah, that's not the appropriate
No,
response.
but it's
We have
such
to
a-
figure
it's
out
such-
what's happening in the class.
It's such an unfortunate situation. I mean, like, it was just like, wow. Wow.
Yeah, bye.
No, but I mean, of course, you try to get to the bottom of what the situation is. The first thing is some separation. So, unfortunately, yes, I don't even think the principal would have to suggest that the child stay home for a few days or whatever, because
At
the
the
parents,
stay home.
I think the parents themselves would, himself or whoever the guardian is.
Or maybe the people in the video that are recognizable would be home.
No, I mean, my thing would be you have to do an investigation, because it's fighting isn't something that it happens regularly. But the circumstances around this particular incident seems a bit strange. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
why I say everybody got to go home, man. Everybody got to go home, man. We figure out this, because it ain't no way y'all telling me y'all just get up and decide to jump on one child. All 35 of y'all in this class jumping on one child, and nobody saw anything wrong with it. No, we got to figure out what's going on in
no, I
here.
don't even think there's nobody saying anything wrong with it. If you ask them if they was wrong, they say yes, they're wrong. So my thing,
I mean, in the moment.
When they motivate, no, they know. They think they know. They don't know they're wrong.
Bye.
That's why some of the children, they just be there like so excited until they just use these weird dances where their hand just go like, like they just, You know, the fight happening dance, what some students is doing so.
By trend, especially, you know.
They get so excited over wrongness because they know it's wrong.
Yeah, you're right. Because I don't hear Jaden laughing. Or something like that, but I don't bust Jaden giggling.
Right, they know the wrongness.
Yeah, no, you're right. Why, that's unfortunate, man. The school has to get to the bottom of that. You have to get to the bottom of that.
Somebody you said, I've definitely done the pop-up at the school thing to raise my child's blood pressure. I tell you so, you just gotta give him a little jolt.
What's wrong with that, man?
Daddy watching.
I really wrong with that.
Daddy watching, just so you know.
But today, you know what happening today?
What happening today?
Parliament. Yeah.
420 bill?
8 bills, actually.
See, I knew it wasn't just that one bill.
No. That was propaganda that was spreading.
What was you spreading today?
Who? I did not say nothing about no one bill.
But you're the one who tell me that's the bill.
I told you that was a bill.
Y'all remember, y'all were watching the show, so y'all
Not
remember.
The bill. Please don't got people think I don't speak because it's spreading misinformation. I am not that other side. Okay?
Well, but anyway.
Bye.
What are they talking about today in Parliament?
Well,
Parliament.
yes. The Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, during the next sitting of the National Assembly, which is today, will introduce and have read for the first time the smoking designated areas bill. Sorry. I know that's serious, right? But I just never imagined that being a bill.
I'm interested to hear it because I don't want to believe that this speaks specifically to music.
Ms. Fessel, I doubt it. The Drugs Prevention and Abatement of the Misuse and Abuse of Drugs Amendment Bill, the Rastafari Rights Recognition Bill. How these three things go back to back?
So they're really talking about drugs today?
They're just talking about weed.
And this is the problem.
But that's only three. That's only three.
When you're done, I'm going to speak about why. And this is the same conversation I had with the AG when he was here.
Okay, let me
It's
see.
the same conversation I had with the AG when he was here.
We have some more. The Attorney General and Minister of Justice and Legal Affairs, Honorable Garth Wilkin, will introduce and have read for the first time the Nevis Island Administration Civil Proceedings Bill, the Crown Proceedings Amendment Bill, Whistleblowers Protection Bill, Unauthorized Disclosure of Official Information Bill, Proceeds of Crime Amendment Bill, and the opening of Princess Street Bill.
Another last one in there.
You sure?
Another last one in there, Jade.
It could be.
It could be, but it's not.
We're going to work on it. And call God.
Call God. Nothing to do that, yeah.
Well, I'll ask God who we going to call. Let's get this going. But yeah, how do you feel about the eight bills?
As I was trying to convey to the Attorney General when he was here, and again, thank him for coming and hanging out with us.
Probably going to come back next week, though.
Yeah. The reason why all of this seems ridiculous to me, right, is that while we simultaneously speaking to the need to include cannabis as part of our healthcare, as part of our agriculture, like all of these things. Like you like to say, oh, here we are, this thing, we're gonna tax it, we're gonna make money, it's an industry opening and all this kind of things. And the fact that we constantly refer to it as a drug seems counterintuitive to me.
Well,
until there is a change in the mentality towards the actual plant, then who are we trying to fool? So are we trying to say that the government is now...
But maybe they don't mean, when they say drug, they don't mean...
What I mean, cigarettes?
They could mean
Because
coke.
nobody...
They could mean crack.
So there's going to be a designated space.
No,
to
the
sniff
first
crack?
one... What? No. The first one was not did not say designated drug.
designated smoking area. I
Yes,
understand.
smoking. As if they go there. Area to smoke. Well, why you could smoke in this area?
No, but you got some. You have some nice tables. Some nice tables where you could go and lay out your lines.
Because always smoking here. I think they'll have some. I think they'll have some rules in there that speaks to what exactly they mean. Because may want go first. Go see I smoke no coke here.
In the Republic,
You can't smoke coke. You can smoke crack. But wherever I smoke.
No, you can smoke coke.
You can, oh, wow.
Sprinkle it in a little.
Oh, you mean it's spango?
Sprinkle it in a little thing.
Ah, please don't let that. Please, don't do that. He's off to our here, but
Gotta get high.
there's no need for you to be that kind of high. At all. You don't need to be that kind of. No. You'll never remember another face. You don't do that.
But
yeah.
no, it does seem as though it's counterintuitive because, like I said, if we still include it under the drug, if it's policed by the Drug Act, if it's like
They're still calling it a drug.
yeah, like come on, like it's obvious that this makes no sense. Like the idea should be, hey, is this something that we recognize can help? Because, for instance, we don't treat Advil the same way. It's probably easier to overdose on Advil than it is to overdose on marijuana.
Way easier.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so it's like it
And the
doesn't
thing
make
is,
sense.
also, if you overdose on marijuana, you will wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you overdose on Advil, you're going to go.
Because it's not an overdose, it's a nap.
It's a nap, an extended one. But if you overdose on Advil, you and God are gonna be face to face.
Your soul gonna wake up, man, about nothing else.
Nothing else. So yeah, we have to
Like,
really make some
it's ridiculous.
proper
It's ridiculous.
changes when we.
Are we serious? Are we serious about changing the narrative behind cannabis? Or are we just trying to appease politically to potential voters? Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like this is another political football to get kicked up and down the place. And I keep saying, first thing, whether or not, even if marijuana was deadly,
like alcohol.
like alcohol, and we recognize that there was a problem with people using it, then it's not a criminal issue, it's a public health issue.
Yeah.
And so treat it as such.
Yeah.
You understand where I'm coming from? Like, I don't know. To me, we're just playing games. So on one hand, they're talking to us about how this is supposedly one of the things that's going to save the economy and bring in all this foreign exchange and build out industry, help us to diversify, all these kind of things. None of which I believe in the first place. None of which I believe in the first place. You want to tell me of all the crops that we hear going all the time, we can't bring any of them past, take it out the ground and sell it down the market. But all of a sudden marijuana come and we just all of a sudden have this big industry that know to like make secondary things from this plant. And up to now we can't even make tomato paste. Give me a break.
Well, Mr. What's his name? He used to call us on the show. He did tell us how to make,
Tomato paste?
ketchup.
Oh yes. We did. Yeah,
And we didn't listen, so it's our fault.
It's our fault. But I don't understand this thing, and so it just seems like a lot of talk shop. Two things will happen. One, well, we're gonna burn all the time. But one, what we're going to find is that the things that are being touted is not gonna work out that way, right? The second thing is, in order to try and make it work out, what is going to happen is that the people who stand to benefit most from the industrialization or the attempt to industrialize cannabis are going to be people who don't look like us.
Yep.
And the money that we all say, come in, will go into an escrow account and go somewhere else.
So you go.
We're focusing on the wrong things.
Yeah.
focusing on the wrong things. We want to do things to create an industry, and they still call it drug.
Yeah.
So we drug, so the government is drug pushers now.
We drug dealers.
We drug dealers
Let me
now.
look at myself a drug dealer now. I get
That's
locked up.
exactly what it is. You have these things being included in the drug act and simultaneously telling me this is one of the things that we're going to use to diversify the economy. So we are narco economy then.
With Mexico?
The Kingston's and the lawyers and your case, Jade, relax.
It's alright.
The term narco-democracy has been used to describe Senkis.
Well, so there we go.
But
We're getting back to the roots then.
Back to mama. Back to mama.
Hey, big tune.
Roots and roots.
I tell you. That's how that should intro the bill. Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Were we being serious?
Yeah, no, I'm serious. I'm serious.
No,
It's
we're
like
serious,
it
man.
just feels like a huge joke. Successive administrations, everybody talking about this because it seems to be a thing. People just burn weed.
Yeah, no.
People use marijuana. People use hemp, cannabis, all these things. So it's not just the Rastaman them, so they understand that there's
THC and CBD.
so they understand that there's a market here for votes. And they're just trying to appeal to it. But it's obvious that they don't even believe the things that they're saying. Like, they either be listening to the arguments and it's just the arguments. Either be like, how y'all stand up in the National Assembly and saying these things? It don't make no sense.
You know. Why not?
It don't make no sense. Jade, it's obvious that they're just playing games.
What are we going to hear today? Well, I going to hear because you ain't going to listen. You going to listen?
Nope.
See, well, I going to hear you ain't going to listen.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't just go back and get the cliff notes. The whole thing does be there, so I just go and scroll through afterwards. But I can't sit down and listen half the time because I got things to do.
Busy.
I got things to do. Simple as that.
Yeah. Well, El Nino,
Oh,
sorry.
it's back?
It's looking more likely.
Long time I hear about El Nino, boy.
Yeah, what I say?
I remember Elian Gonzalez, how his name was?
Yeah, when he floated to Mexico.
Float-
It's
to America,
to America, yeah, from... Yeah.
Elian Gonzalez.
Yeah, man. I remember that
Where he
one.
be now? That's why I'm not Google it. Yeah. Where is Elian Gonzalez? Is that what his name was?
Yes, I remember him from my childhood.
Hey, people. Hey.
Well, you Google. Oh dear, why did that happen?
Where is Elian Gonzalez now?
It is increasingly likely that El Nino will emerge in the next few... What happened?
What?
He did.
No.
Oh. What?
He back. Well, first thing he's back in Cuba.
Okay, oh, it was Cuba, sorry, lad. Why I keep saying Mexico?
Yo, this is crazy. Because this is literally the earlier this year.
What happened?
This says 2 years later, Gonzalez is a member of Cuba's National Assembly.
Vibes.
After winning Sunday with a slate of 470 candidates who were unopposed.
Vibes.
And one of the first things he wants to do is bring the US and Cuba to the table for better relationship.
I mean, yeah. I would too.
Elian Gonzalez.
I would too. That's good. I like to hear that. That he's out there trying
He
to
almost
make
became an American, you know. Remember that?
Yeah.
He was like, they were this close to getting him to be an American. Yo, America really is just a media market, like. You know, the amount of people, the man that just...
America is
The man that
something
just
else.
take the man shut them back in the sea.
Yeah.
Like when you got a fish and it's too small. The cameras was there for Elian, so he gave it.
Yeah. America is a very interesting place.
Yeah, but what happened with El Nino?
Yeah. So, it is increasingly likely that an El Nino will emerge in the next few months, and the Caribbean governments are being urged to keep a close eye on global and regional climatic conditions and potentially prepare for very dry and very hot conditions. What I tell you? Without ruling out the possibilities of intense storms or hurricanes. The warning comes from a joint statement by the UWI Global Institute for Climate Smart and Resilient Development and the Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology. It explains El Nino is the term used to refer to warmer than usual ocean surface temperatures near the equator in the Pacific Ocean. Tell you. Somebody said they're going to keep one vote for him. Funny say what?
By Elian Gonzalez. El Nino, anyway. So warmer waters, and because of the warmer waters, what we expect like what, hurricanes and so?
Yeah, the increased chance. Well, they did tell us that we would have an above average hurricane season
Yeah,
anyway.
well, that's you could expect that, because once they start saying that it's gonna be extremely hot summer, then that coincides with high possibilities for storms.
I think that's one of the worst parts of living in the Caribbean. You're guaranteed that, a storm will pass by now and again. Zai.
To be honest, though, I'd rather a hurricane than a tornado any day.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And not only that, but the hurricanes leaving here and going states. The hurricanes them leaving, like, you see all these. You see what happening in Italy?
The flooding?
What is with that there? I done looking forward to my to my F1 race. Well, I don't know they was gonna have to cancel the race there. There was no way they could have kicked the race.
Yeah, it's crazy. The
past
world
weekend.
imploding, man. Slowly but surely.
One part of the world,
Underwater.
it's too hot to handle. The next part of the world.
Underwater, boy.
One of the things that I wanted to do in my lifetime before it was too late was to go to Venice.
Just go with your boyfriend. Raf.
Venice, I think we're getting to the point where they're gonna have to abandon Venice,
Huh.
They're gonna have to abandon Venice.
Place is just going. You remember we had a whole Caribbean island called where was? What gone?
Oh yeah, there's some island gone boy business, isn't it?
Yeah, which one was again?
I don't know. Somebody tell us. But I tell you,
A hurricane just stay over it for the whole day. Like a hurricane stop,
Bermuda?
Bermuda, I think it was. The hurricanes.
Bermuda. Yeah, because that's what happened in Antigua. Over in Antigua, the hurricane just stopped over Bermuda. And
No,
then
you just stop.
just stop. Hurricane just stop. So,
And why? That's
crazy.
just something else, why?
it's crazy. But, I mean, what you going to do, Jade? Like, at this
can't
point,
do
you
nothing,
don't have anything to really... You don't have anything to really combat it, right?
No.
You don't have anything to really combat what's going on, so you just got to kind of deal with it.
Yeah, there's literally nothing we could do to stop hurricanes and dry weather and storms and all these things. I mean, unless we talk to HAP, see what they feel about this, see if they could,
See if
you
they
know,
could
get,
come back.
see if they could get a break.
Like, might take them every time they try to fix it, they just create something 10 times worse.
Yeah, so maybe them and the people we should call. Who do we call to fix these things?
The father, Jade. You can't call anybody else. Call on the father. You can't call
I
anybody
mean,
else.
we've doing that since the beginning of
You ain't do
times.
that. You ain't do that, Jade. Maybe it's you he waiting on.
To tell him those and now again?
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to him when I go home. Talk to the big boss. See?
You waiting on.
See the kind of influence I got.
Man, they're saying, look. I hear y'all here, but what happened to Jade? What happened to Jade?
She
Jade
asking.
Jade ain't plan to ask me.
All
That's
right.
probably what's going on.
Yeah, all right.
I don't know. It is So all we could do really is prepare, right?
Prepare.
All we could do is prepare. I tell y'all already to deal with the heat. Y'all know the usual. Drink lots of water. Staying cool. Wear cool clothing.
Make sure all your boss them got them last go one in.
Yeah,
Or
the
the
ACs.
AC.
Get the AC going. If you go to work and the AC isn't running, go find the labor department. Well, if you can.
If they move.
If you can.
But the labor department big.
No one knows, Jade.
Because just get some man for sure.
No one knows. It's like one of the best kept secrets in St. Kitts.
Where's Waldo?
Where the labor department is now. Like that, there could be a trivia question here.
Yeah. And I guarantee 80% of the people gonna get wrong.
80%, Jade. The only people that know where the labor department are the people who actually have to go to work there.
Oh.
0.003% of the population knows where the labor department is, Jade. No one
You
knows.
might be right.
No one knows.
So then they might as well just go home. Tell your boss you're not working under these conditions.
Nah, yeah. You have to be prepared for it.
And
then
also start preparing for the storms.
that's the thing. So
Yeah.
of course, the usual. Hey, there's a hurricane checklist. Google it. Start doing your checklist. Part of the
Every
issue,
year TDC put out one, every year Hartford put out one.
but part of the thing that makes it difficult for us when we're preparing for the hurricanes is that we wait till the hurricane come to prepare. No, like the things that are unperishable, you start getting them now. So you ain't got to go buy all the battery them. The same time, you got to go get your
And battery expensive, eh?
Exactly.
So you have to spread it out.
Buy one battery every week. By the time the hurricane come, you should be able to have enough for at least one flashlight.
But sometimes I buy battery, I say, oh, my God, I see a buy. Why is that so expensive?
No, but that is why I employ rechargeable batteries.
Yeah. And
Rechargeable.
battery packs and all these good things. Yeah, get your stuff together.
Yeah, but it's
Put
part
your documents in the Ziplocs.
Yeah, don't wait until your house on the water to be like, but I was supposed to.
But with the passport, but see, they're floating right now. So don't do that.
Telling the fish, hey, pass the passport there for me. Ridiculous.
Let's not do that. Just
yeah,
prepare ahead of time.
but yeah, that's the thing. Prepare ahead of time. Understand that it's a high likelihood that this is what we'll face in this year.
Very much.
Don't say we didn't tell you.
Yeah, I can't say y'all didn't know.
Don't say you didn't know. What time it is, Jade?
Well, you know, it's 9:29.
So you want to do one more article?
We could do that.
Let's do one more article.
Well, the drama continues with Mr. Assad.
Hey, pick up Asset one time by Real G.
Real top G.
Oh, what happened? Asset
His
now?
lawyer has threatened legal action against the Speaker of the House over unlawful suspension.
Okay.
Attorneys for St. Peter MP Assad Michael have issued an official response to the Speaker of the House. That was an official? So when he was talking in the House, that was an official?
Well, maybe that was the unofficial one.
Sir Joel Watts, calling the decision to suspend him for 3 consecutive sittings of Parliament unlawful and unconstitutional.
Okay.
In a letter dated May 22nd, Hugh Mitchell Jr. wrote to the Speaker laying out their legal arguments. The lawyers claimed that the House had no power to make standing orders providing for the suspension of a member. They said even if the House did have the authority to make such rules, it had no power to make them to suspend a member for 3 or more sittings. They also argued that the suspension was imposed for the improper purpose of punishing our client and was not reasonably required for the regulations of the affairs and proceedings of the House. They added that the suspension was not effected in accordance with the mandatory procedural steps.
Yeah, that man ain't gonna argument. You want me to tell you how they ain't gonna argument?
Right.
Because they wrote the letter to the person who they who they accuse of being in the wrong. No, make your court submission. If that's what you really believe, then why you sending me a letter to tell me what I did was unlawful?
Maybe they wanted to go straight to court.
But that's not gonna have to happen if they're serious. It sounds like empty threats.
Or maybe they just didn't want to go to that step first. Maybe they just wanted to let him know.
You saw the video, Jade.
No, we all saw the video.
You saw the video. You think at this point here, Assad is thinking about, oh well, I don't want to go to. Well, if you have a sound legal argument, then you're gonna take the legal course of action.
Yeah, man.
So it does feel as though, and bear in mind when it was happening, I was like, he could do that.
Yeah, I was like, this year feel like a little overreach, man. No?
Yeah,
Man, how
it
these
felt
things
like
go.
a bit of an overreach, but again, I'm not familiar with
So I was just
the
like,
standing orders or rules of the
Maybe
house.
they could do that. Yeah, that's exactly what I felt. I was like, maybe they could do that, but they could just feel a little like you're trying to punish your child or you're trying to put somebody in the place and you're using like, Parliament to do it. But I don't know.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out and when that suspension will be lifted.
Well, so you hear 3 sittings?
Yeah, but I mean, I say when. I mean, you
I
don't
see.
like you have a sit in a week, Jade.
That's true.
So you don't know when it's going to be lifted.
Yeah.
This could be.
And
They
if
could
you-
not have a sit-in for another 3 months.
Yeah. And maybe he'll, if he's really serious, he'll go to the court if he don't get a response that he may be looking for from the Speaker. Who knows? Well, I
There's
guess,
not going to be a response.
okay, well, he can treat them like how I treat the church.
That was very interesting, man.
Well, time.
Yeah.
all the time.
Well, no, but Mark did respond.
Yeah.
He did put out a statement, which made a lot of sense, actually.
He said, who are you talking to?
Yeah. No, but the point of it was, okay, well, if we can't have election during a holy time, well, when we're going to have election?
Yeah,
Because we're going into Lent, right after that is Easter, then we're going into... So when we go have election then, we can't have election no time in the year.
And then that will be against the rules. So, what y'all want me to do?
Right, exactly. So that was a very interesting thing. But hey, wish them all the best in Antigua. I don't know what's going to happen there. And, but the truth is, at least they have an opposition in Antigua. At least they have an opposition in Antigua, so yeah, kudos to them.
Kudos to them. Did you see that the MP for Anguilla apologized? Well, of course she would apologize.
Of course she has to, Jade.
Yeah. And then the church was calling for her to resign.
Nobody can understand that. But it's the same thing we were saying in here, Jade. How can... If it was literally a 15, 16-year-old doing that, everybody would have been like, you should not have been doing that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how the level of expectation for MPs are so much lower than...
We do think that she shouldn't be doing that. Hear me, Darrione, my MP.
Yeah, but we think that too, like, as somebody looking on, like, yeah, I believe being the calls for resignation, I think she literally threatened to kill somebody 8 times a day.
Bye.
Like, I don't understand, like...
Yes, Lord, we can't defend you, Lord. That's a rough one.
Yeah.
You went over. You ain't just threatened violence, you threatened to unalive that person.
Yeah, they say, I'm going to kill you and bury you.
Plan the whole funeral one time too, you know?
Yeah.
Well, sir.
Yeah, so, I mean, I understand that, like, I understand the calls.
Yeah.
Just, as a matter of fact, I mean, maybe prior to this particular political time that we're in, this political timeline different to telling you, Jade. We're in a different timeline. But prior to maybe the last 8 years, let's say pre-Trump, you can't just be out there threatening to kill people and so on. And then they wouldn't even have to ask you to resign. You'll just...
No, you just know when you're rich, you just got a honey in your letter.
You leave there and you go directly to your lawyer and be like, hey, I want to write something for me there.
Yeah.
What happened? I think I got to resign.
Bye.
Yeah, nobody got to ask you.
That is true.
Like,
that is true.
No, not in the Caribbean. No, the Caribbean people just get charged with sexual assault and then stay MPs. Like, them things just...
Yeah, get locked up and then get elected and all kind of things.
Well, me talking about that, like, I mean, like, you already elected and things happen and you just stay there.
Yeah.
Like, them things happen in the Caribbean. That's how we operate.
Well, exactly, so...
Yeah, no, am I saying that she should resign? No.
No.
Right? But I understand people calling for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it can be interesting.
Yeah. Do you think she will? I don't think she will.
Come on, Jade. When again? If she were planning to do that,
She didn't do it.
she would have done it the same time when the apology came out. The apology would have been the resignation / apology.
Yeah, she just come. Are you sorry about that?
Yeah, but they had to apologize.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. But hey, big up Dion, bye. Save a life. Dion, save a life, bye.
Insane. Just eating a good lunch. No, you didn't even la whole ball.
Yeah, it was great. That was something.
Yeah.
And the thing about it too is that
I think it's the speech make it worse, man. Like if the speech was in there, like if the parliamentary speech was in there, and it was just a video of the MP fighting, but you were just talking about domestic violence and fighting, and then you're trying cheers.
It's a bit wild.
Yeah.
It's a bit wild. But
the timeline, the political timeline.
yeah, I tell you, we in a different time zone, time-space continuum or something. We jump off one planet onto the next or something.
I need to go back on the one that I was on.
I was telling you, Jade.
I want to go home.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it, please. So, break time.
Guys, we have a very special guest. I'm looking forward to this conversation coming up next. We have in studio with us two special ladies. Indeed. Well, guys, we're going to take a short break while we set up for them to join us. So stick and stay. Don't go anywhere. Wash out your mugs and come right back for more Sip and Chat right at the Sugar Factory.
Get more value for your money when you activate your Digicel Prime bundle. More choices for what you want at low prices. More talk time on the most reliable network. More any-use data for whatever you're into searching and sharing. And dedicated data for more new apps to stream your music, shows, and live sports. Activate a Digicel Prime bundle of your choice in the My Digicel app today and save more. Digicel, better connected.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sip and Chat right here at the Sugar Factory. And as you guys can see, we have joining us two lovely ladies here. Today's quite special for me personally, and very special friend and a very special relationship with the other young lady that is here. Am I right? In studio with us we have Minister Susan Best. And also in studio we have Miss Panzina Bailey. Yes, there's a relation there.
Yes.
Yes. I'll let y'all guess.
Close one.
I'll let y'all guess what that one is. But how you ladies doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
I'm doing good. I'm in St. Kitts, so that's a good thing.
Well, I know there are a lot of people who look forward to when you're in St. Kitts.
Oh, okay.
So we'll talk a bit more about why that is.
Yes.
And Moms, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm doing, thank you.
Hasn't been stressing you out?
No. He's been good. He's been good. Praise the Lord.
Jade, what you trying to say, Jade?
That's good.
Jade, I'm a good son, you know.
You come in here to talk about some things this morning, so I want to make sure then, you know.
Most times. No,
Most
see,
times.
I was telling them earlier about the fact that, you know, sometimes when you're young, you might do things that you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
You run up, you know. But
Yeah.
You never stammer do in your house?
No, that wasn't my style.
No.
Yeah.
He was basically a good boy.
It's because Shane,
Yes.
you know.
But yeah, you ladies are here because there's some very exciting things happening this weekend. And I'd love if you guys could talk a bit more about what is happening.
Okay, so as you're aware, this weekend coming up is what is commonly called WIT weekend. We prefer to say it's the Pentecost weekend. Our church is the Pentecostal Church of God. And so every year, on this weekend, we have what is called our Fresh Fire Conference. So last year, Minister Susan Best was here. We started off the conference with a Fresh Fire concert. It was wonderful.
I was there,
Yes,
it was.
yes. And so we brought her back. This year, they say when it's nice, do it twice.
Right.
Yes.
True.
So Minister Susan Best would be once again starting off the conference with a concert on Friday evening. That's tomorrow at 7:30 at the Pentecostal Church of God. That is the church directly across the street from the Dr. William Connor Primary School.
Right.
So we're looking forward to a real exciting time. And then on Sunday morning at 9, the conference itself kicks off at 9 o'clock. And then on Monday at 2 o'clock, the conference continues.
Oh, y'all have a packed weekend.
Yes.
There's a lot
It
going
is
on.
usually very, very exciting, very inspiring. And so we expect that this year it's going to be even better.
All right, well, we'll speak a bit more about what people can expect, but you mentioned that it kicks off with the Fresh Fire concert tomorrow evening, and we have in studio with us, like I said, Minister Susan Best, who I would say, and this is my personal opinion, is one of the premier gospel ministers we have in the region. And I could be a bit biased, but that's my. Yeah, you think so? You think so? But just tell the people a bit about who you are and perhaps even some of the songs that you minister.
Okay, so most people will know me from when I talk like this, I make myself sound old. I kind of date myself, right? But I've been singing from the age of 7, did my first recording at 16 with my parents. And most people know me from that album where I sang Hallelujah, Praise the Savior, especially in St. Kitts.
Right.
That's the station we used to listen to, Radio Paradise, all the time. So that's where, when I come here, I would be like surprised, but people were listening to me from back then. And then we started Unique Touch back in the early 90s. I was in the Virgin Islands at the time, and then I moved to Anguilla, where I kind of started doing, my solo career. But this is like life to me. The music ministry is life to me, and as I get older, like right now, I'm thinking, you know what? This is it for me, and I have to get even more authentic.
Right.
And God is awesome. God is awesome, because I was in a moment where I was saying, man, for me, I don't compromise what I do, and I'm not coming against anybody else, but God called me to ministry, so that's what I stick to.
Right.
So I'm not doing no extras nowhere.
Right.
For me, that's hard.
Right.
In what we look at today, people are playing all over the place, and that's their thing. But for me, to say like you're making money off of, it's not easy in the Caribbean. But when she called, I was like, I didn't even have to think about this twice, because I was here last year, and it was awesome. And not only that, when you have support for what I do, like excellent support in terms of what you do. In terms of sound, and then your brother in terms of the visual part of it, and you work together, oh my God, it's over, even before it starts. So I had a wonderful time last year, and I believe everybody who was there at the concert, they had a wonderful time. So this year, is like the level is up there.
Yes.
I know people are looking forward to it. When I put out the when I started sharing the flyers and things, people was like, "Oh, she's coming back, and people who even missed it and heard about how good a time we had last year. They're so excited to be there.
You don't want to miss it. I'm telling you, we had rehearsal last night, and it was like, oh my goodness. Awesome. And the one thing I love about here is that the musicians, they're about excellence. They're about excellence. And so it makes my work easier.
Right.
And then when you have sound that causes me not to have to push too hard,
Right.
I can do what I do and I do it comfortably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a really good relationship. And I can't say what I told him last night, but yeah, you don't want to miss this and you don't want to miss the conference that comes after.
Yeah. So
Speaking about the concerts,
Yes.
tell us a bit more about that, what people can expect, you know.
At the concert?
Yeah, and how was it last year?
Oh, last year it was amazing. People were just worshiping. People were just praising God. It was awesome. People left there saying, "Oh, we just want more. We want more."
Yeah.
And as Susan said, this year it's going to be even at a higher level. Even from the rehearsal last night, you just felt the presence of God in the house. It's like the room was just saturated with the presence of God. It was amazing.
Well,
We're sitting there and we're saying, if this is the rehearsal, what's the real deal going to be?
yeah,
Yes.
and I know, and even so, there are some other performers that are gonna be on the event as well.
Yes, we have some local artists who are going to be performing tomorrow night as well. We have Paige Gums, we have Jermaine James, we have
Donnell, I think, is there as well.
Donnell, several other. Eldon John is going to be playing the saxophone.
Nice.
Yes, it's just going to be an awesome time. Yes.
Well, I mean, everybody knows now that this is the place to be tomorrow. And for those who are now looking to be there, because where's it going to be tomorrow anyway?
Right.
Where's it going to be doing? Yeah, so...
Excuse me. We also have Majestic Seals.
Oh, really?
Yes, Majestic is going to be on the program
Nice.
tomorrow. Yes.
Well, so people who are looking to be there, where can they either purchase tickets or what's the price? Can they pay at the door?
Well, you can pay at the door, but tickets are on sale at Shani's Restaurant. That's the restaurant very close to the church
That's
on
across
Boone
the street.
Avenue.
Yeah, right next to the Paciello's playfield.
Right. At Rachel's, the pink container at the airport roundabout,
Right.
Hidden Treasures.
Hidden Treasures.
And then at the Pelican Mall, at CJ's Crafts and Things.
Okay.
That's Sister Cloda's
Right.
store.
That's right at the front of the
At the Pelican Mall.
Right.
And then on 4th Street at Fashion 2020, that's on the corner of 4th and Central Street.
Right.
Lots of places.
Yes. So you can
You ain't
get
got no
the ticket.
excuse.
And then you can,
not at all.
as I said before, you can also pay at the door.
And what's the cost of the...
And it's only $30 EC.
Only 30 easy.
30, yes,
Is it
only
possible?
30 for all of this.
Extra $100.
No, only 30 EC.
Deal of a deal, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, I know, like I said, you guys go out and get your tickets now. Tomorrow, the place to be is at Pentecostal Church of God up there at Boone Avenue for the Fresh Fire concert. And then after the concert, we then continue the weekend with the Fresh Fire conference.
Right.
And you said that's happening on Sunday and Monday.
Yes. Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. Usually the service is at the Pentecostal Church of God on Boone Avenue is at 8. Normally it's at 8. But this Sunday we're starting at 9.
Okay.
And then so it's 9 a.m. And then Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock, it's going to be heaven below. It's going to be an awesome time. Yes.
Never heard
And do
like
you
that.
remember Minister Susan last year?
Yes.
It was
Awesome time.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of teaching on the Holy Spirit, who is the Holy Spirit, the work of the Holy Spirit, the power of the Holy Spirit. It's just a lot of teaching and impartation. So you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss
No,
it.
from the excitement that
Yes.
you guys have portrayed, I'm pretty sure people
Yeah.
know
Yes.
that the place to be this weekend is at
At-
Pentecostal Church.
That's right.
I think they'll be there.
So I mean, so even so, we know what to expect at the concert. What are some of the things that you can expect? Are there special speakers at the conference?
Yes, at the conference, Minister Susan will be ministering all throughout the conference. And our special guest speaker will be Reverend Carl Richardson from St. Thomas U.S. Virgin Islands,
Okay.
a powerful man of God. He's Susan's brother-in-law. Yes,
It's a
yes.
family affair.
Yes, and he's a powerful speaker, so he's going to be the guest speaker for the conference. Also, Pastor Dr. Arnaldo Bailey,
You sound familiar.
my wonderful husband, would also be speaking. Yes,
That's how wonderful.
I
yes,
can't between them. It's so annoying, but let love live.
I mean, that's what you hear. So.
Exactly.
yeah. So he would also be ministering and praying for the people, and yes, like I said, there's going to be lots of praise and worship, and yes, something to really look forward to.
So with the conference, is there a way for people to look at it online if they may not be able to attend?
Yes, it's going to be streamed live,
Right.
right?
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah, this at least this Sunday for sure. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be streamed.
Monday too.
But so you go to the Pentecostal Church of God Facebook page, and it's the link is gonna be right there. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and so you can get notifications. Of course, share so you get notifications when the live starts, and you could participate that way.
Yes.
Lovely.
Yeah, of course, the Pentecostal Church of God choir would be singing as well
As it singing?
at the conference.
we wanna do that to
It's
the
working the
people.
sound.
We want to do that to the people, Jade.
Yes.
We're going
Yes.
to to
Yes.
offer.
Not this time.
No.
Not at this particular time. Yeah. But yesterday is just a lot to happen. I know there's dancing that's going to be happening
Yes,
as well.
yes.
Like it's just a weekend full of activity. Like there's a lot to look forward to. So guys, place to be again, Pentecostal Church of God this weekend right there at Boone Avenue campus for the Fresh Fire Conference and concert.
And concert.
Yes.
Yes. But Mama, anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
You got any work for Azem to go home to?
See what she gone to. See what she gone to. Man can't get your bread. Good friends like this.
Yes, I have some work for him to do. Yesterday I cooked him some curried fish.
You didn't tell me.
Because I just thought that by the time you come, you'd be surprised.
And
But
he didn't come home to
he
eat?
came too late to eat.
And
So
that dumpling, what
wait,
was
wait.
coconut
Coconut
dumpling
dumpling.
was
Cook
the
it for
bomb.
everybody else eat it?
Hey, it was really good.
well, I have some for him
Really
still.
good.
Oh, okay. So I was waiting for that part. Because she let me share go. It's problems. It's problems.
Yes,
Best
but
fish in the world.
yeah, but we're really looking forward to this weekend. As Azem said, also the Pentecostal Church of God praise dancers are going to be ministering, and they are very, very powerful,
Yes.
very inspirational.
I'm not a dancer, Jade, no.
So, yes. So, just come, everybody, come out, expect your blessing. I always say God does not disappoint his children.
That's
So
right.
you come out, you come expecting, God
You
will,
will receive,
bless you.
yes.
You will receive your blessing.
Exactly.
So, yeah, looking forward to seeing everybody out there.
Yes.
And, yeah, it's going to be a good
Any
weekend.
final words you want to shout out to your massive? I don't know. They're looking at you.
Where, in
Because-
Angola?
No, you all over.
My fans.
We actually
My
have some,
fam.
we actually have some Anguilla viewers and listeners. You know, they're very
because
active.
I am. So hi everybody. I'm in Sugar City on Business for the King. Oh, that was another song I used to sing as well.
Yeah.
And some people know God is always there. I'll be doing God is always there as well.
That's a
I
classic.
find my strength in you. I'll be doing this one that you can find on my website, Reckless Abandon. Reckless Abandon is a song that I came up with because it came from like David when they were bringing back the ark, and he was just dancing all crazy, giving God thanks and praise. But that's how we need to operate. And so I echo what Pastor Bailey said, in that just come expecting, because there's an environment that's going to be created so that you can receive what God has for you. But you gotta be there.
Exactly.
Yes.
You gotta be there.
Exactly.
So,
And for those who want to keep up with what you are doing and maybe even support you or listen to more of your music, What's the best way to do that?
Okay, my website is SusanBestMinistries.com. That's easy. SusanBestMinistries.com, and then I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok, and I'm Instagram. Hello. Really? I gotta keep up with the young people. So hello. Yeah. So you can find me, and you just put in Susan Best, whatever did I put, what hashtag or something.
The slash, yeah.
Yeah. And you'll find me. So I'm there.
Well, I can tell you when Susan go live, play Stun Up, eh? Because she lives on Facebook. Yeah. Views let it up.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true. Thank God. Yeah. You gotta use the technology, you know,
That's
that's
right.
available.
That's right.
And I thank you guys so much for having us today.
Yes.
It's so good when you could have this, and it's all in the family, you know. So she didn't have to go. I mean, you have other people you can go to, but this is just good.
Yeah.
Because this generation likes to see as well.
Yeah.
They like the visual, so this is good. Thanks.
Yeah, and thank you guys for coming and just letting our sippers know exactly what is happening this weekend. Guys, I mean, what organized it? But yeah, guys, make sure the place to be this weekend is at the Pentecostal Church of God there on Boone Avenue. And again, the times are on Friday night, it is
7:30.
7:30. On Sunday morning, it's
9 a.m.
And on Monday, it is
2 p.m.
2 p.m. So you don't have no excuse. Be there early. Be there, come ready to expect, like you said, your blessing.
Your blessing.
And yeah, come out and be blessed. All right?
Amen.
Yes.
But thank you, ladies, again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Jade, I'm looking forward to seeing you.
I will try and come. If I cannot come, I will be on the lives looking at
I'm looking forward to seeing
I
you.
know.
Yes.
Well, guys, we're going to take a short break and come back while we wrap up the show. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more SipNchat. Stick and stay, guys. guys, welcome back to Sip and Chat right here at the Sugar Factory. And we just had a cool conversation with very special young ladies.
Yes, indeed.
My mother included.
Of course.
I thought she was my sister, but no. It's my mom. But,
yes.
yeah.
The one, the only. The myth.
She's a nice lady, you know.
Yeah, man.
She's a nice lady.
That's one of the nicest ladies I've ever met in my life.
What happened? What happened?
I don't know. That's why I just try to figure out myself back. Because I'm like...
But she don't tell you I'm a nice guy. If you get her from moms, you got to believe it, Jade.
Because you don't want to... I tell you, you're afraid to get licks now, you know. You're still afraid to get licks. So you ain't going to tell your mom all the things you used to do. We used to hop the train them and... Oh, she, you know?
So why you having a little agenda there, Jade? You want us to do another article before we go?
I think we have one actually, you know. Let me see. You're trying to shy away from the fact that your mom don't know what you did last summer.
Mom knows everything.
She does?
Yeah. Mothers know everything.
That's nice.
Even if you don't think, they know they know.
The present ones. The ones that are active in your life now. Yeah. You know what I've been seeing this week? A trend of of baby daddies calling out their baby mummies on Facebook.
For what?
For not being present and active parents. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a big thing, but like a lot of things, men are really allowed to complain. It seems
no, but they should.
It's just unmanly. No, not really, because you get judged in other ways for it.
Well, I haven't seen people being judged.
No. What I'm saying is, what they would do. No, it's like they understand the plight of the man and so, but then that don't mean you probably wouldn't want to date them and so, because you know you want a man who just complain and whine and so.
No, these people got woman. They have woman, man.
Well, let's check back in 3 months.
Okay.
Let's check back in 3 months.
Well, I could tell you one of them. It's been more than 3 months. Okay. It's been some years. So.
Well, let me ask you a question.
What?
Let's say you're dating a guy, right? Let's say you're dating a guy and his child's mother isn't active in the child's life, and he takes to Facebook for some reason to complain about it. Do you see that as an attractive trait, or would you prefer that he just focuses on raising his child if the mother doesn't want to be a part of it?
No, I would tell him delete it and go down with the courthouse.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That precisely.
Yeah,
but
that's
what
just
people,
because I'm not. I don't feel
people.
like. Well, you know.
Most people.
Yeah. Delete it, go down by the courthouse.
Yeah, that's not how we handle this, sir.
Yeah. That's all.
That's the point I'm making.
But sometimes emotions make you do things. So sometimes you just need a little direction, like.
And women don't want men who are driven by impulse. Because you want somebody. Like my thing is, if you are somebody who holds on to, let's say, traditional values and wants a man to lead, and so you want your leader to just be like all willy-nilly because you feel away doing things that.
No, that does bother me. Like, why your man on Facebook at 8 o'clock in the morning typing out this long paragraph?
Yeah, you probably need to do a wellness check.
He don't have no benches to build, no tires to what happened to those men?
That's what I tell you. I know. That's why we keep it all in.
No, don't keep it in. Just don't put it on Facebook.
Just don't put it on Facebook.
No, I don't keep it in.
But no,
just don't put it on Facebook.
No, but the well-adjusted men, we have friends, men who could understand our plight, who we go to.
Yeah, Facebook is not the place to put your problems ever. It's not your journal, and y'all treat it like your personal diary. It is not. Don't do that.
It is not.
But anyway, another thing that I probably shouldn't do is as a surgeon.
Okay.
I don't think you should ask random custodians to help you amputate body parts of your patients.
What?
That's just me.
There wasn't nurses around?
I don't know. Maybe that was on strike. Maybe he turned around and the first person he asked.
I ain't not serious. You just got to hold him down. Just sadist. Just.
No, you hold the hand and I gonna start. Like, you know, when you need your friend to help you cut something?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hold the hand, I gonna start.
I mean, I really don't need years of training.
No, you just need to hold the hand.
Just hold it above and below the knee.
Yeah.
I'll
do the best. You know what this story reminded me of? When I used to work at the eye doctor, he made me watch eye surgery. And I was just the receptionist, like, why are you in here? Why am I in here? Time and place. This is neither for me. But yeah, a German surgeon was fired after asking a hospital cleaner to help him with an amputation procedure.
Maybe the place needed cleaning up.
I don't think that's it. I don't think that's the kind of help he was asking for.
The person is a cleaning specialist. What happened, seriously, though? How this even happen?
A German surgeon has been fired after asking an unqualified, well, you didn't even have to put unqualified, sir. Hospital cleaner to help him with an amputation procedure. Despite the staffer having no medical experience. He was about to get some. He was about to get some. Come to you.
I don't understand how this works.
That's why the man was.
But then again, you see, before I judge, I want to know what he was asked.
Okay. Well, officials at a hospital in Western Germany have reported that one of their surgeons have been fired after they learned that he asked the staffer who cleans the hospital. Why you keep lamenting? We know what the cleaners do. We know he's a cleaner. Oh, he's only at all.
So my thing, if he asks the cleaner to just hold the ankle for me, like you follow me, like all you got is how much training you got to hold the ankle?
Mint. The incident occurred back in 2020 at the me too. Well, not me, 'cause I mean like blood, but
Close your eye.
and then he saw me hand. No time.
But then that means he's the one who need for being untrained, not you.
Yeah, but suppose you know the man kick, but you make eye close, may see the direction he kick, and then me hand go up it. No, it's too much things. It's too many things.
It could go wrong. I'm not telling you so wrong. Keep your eyes open.
You have to be open for these.
Keep your eyes open.
Well, he did help him. Unfortunately, the surgeon's action did not result in any complications for the patients.
Duh.
Yeah, he's only at all.
Because if the surgeon is trained, then he would know that you who are untrained could do this thing that I asked you to do.
Yeah, he's only
You probably just tell him hold on the ankle.
Probably, you know. Probably. I tried to figure out exactly what he asked him. Let me see.
Let me hear this, Jade, because you laugh.
It is reported that the surgeon gave the patient a local anesthetic. And when he noticed that they'd become restless, the doctor asked a nearby cleaner to hold the man's leg and pass him various surgical instruments.
Too easy. I gotta go school for that?
But
I got to go. You can't tell me I gotta go school for that, Jade.
No.
If the man tell me passing the players, I pass the players. Let me understand.
pass the sir. You know what, Sabi?
Yeah. Hey, pass them bandages there. Too easy, I could do that.
Because how much things they need to really amputate at all?
But the thing is, I don't have to know. The person who needed to know was there.
That is facts.
Lord, man, I fired it. No,
That mean like is the man amputated?
all I had to do was give the man his surgery for free and move on with life.
Yeah, I'm probably train the cleaner because he's clearly interested in that line of work.
Yeah, the cleaner might have a future here. The cleaner might have
missing
a
opportunities here, man.
That's the thing.
Punishing people for trying to achieve greatness.
I tell you, you try to help people, this is what happened. It backfire.
Man, only hold on the foot.
The surgeon probably saw potential in this cleaner.
Yes.
So the man must clean for the rest of his life?
Y'all don't want the man to elevate?
That's the problem.
I feel like the hospital. No, I feel like the hospital wrong. Yeah.
Not about mobility. You
No,
can't
no,
support
no.
this.
No, I can't support this.
It's a toy, you know, Jade.
The tour, I think I got 10 more. I mean, 9 more.
Back in the day, people used to just pull up their teeth with pliers and so.
And so,
Everybody
you use a tie string on your teeth and close your door.
Yeah, you need a training for them things. Man, hey,
I guess that's different.
maybe a little different. But like I said, a surgeon was actually there.
Yeah. I don't feel like he deserved being fired. He probably gone to another hospital. I'm sure he could justify that.
Jade, this seems like a bit of an overreach.
I think so too. Like maybe a little suspension. But you're fired, man.
Or maybe just make sure there's nurses there next time.
Sounds like the hospital is understaffed to me.
Yeah.
Have
The
bigger
man
problems.
made the best of a bad situation.
Yes, and y'all punish him for it.
I am on this side of the surgery.
Me too, bye.
Yeah?
Me too. Yeah, this time.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agree.
That's what we're gonna start doing. When we finish the stories, we're gonna say whose side we're on.
Me? Half the time. I ain't taking aside half of these stories. Half of these stories. I
No,
take
only
aside.
Jade speaks. Only Jade speaks.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh boy. Well, Jade, it is that time,
Yes.
We gotta leave, we gotta go, we gotta disembark, we gotta disappear,
We got things to do.
and people to see.
Yes.
Guys, we appreciate you so much for being a part of the show today. And of course, the sippers who are here daily, you all are the real MVPs. Make sure, those of you watching, you like, share, subscribe, comment, be a part, tell your friend, tell
Tell
your
a
neighbor.
friend.
Yeah. If you go into a supermarket and then have a sip and chat, well, what's the point?
Yeah. Take your money elsewhere.
Yeah, I don't understand. Some of y'all sitting down right now in the doctor office with your headphones on. No, make it loud. I don't understand. What are they doing? Watching news? Nothing on the news. It's just the same thing every day.
Death and despair.
And bad weather.
And bad weather. Don't forget.
that's pretty much all that's on the news right now. Yeah, we're going on with Imran Khan.
They try to ban the man whole time.
Like Imran Khan having a terrible time.
Terrible time, bye.
DeSantis crash Twitter. Like, how can I don't know what's going on in the world?
Bye. These politicians, bye.
I don't know what's going on in the world. Should I ask Susan, but no. Yeah, we get a break.
Don't go mix the nice lady in that, please.
Ah, boy. That was the point of the
Do
conversation.
not mix the nice lady in that.
Yeah, she's too nice.
Okay? Okay?
She's too nice. But she was here. She wasn't there. She wasn't there. So
She wasn't there. Exactly, so she ain't even gonna know.
She wouldn't know. But guys, appreciate you so much for being a part. Thanks Susan and Mommy for coming and being on the show this morning. And those of you who are have been here from the start, appreciate you. We're into the 50s now. So milestone.
Yeah.
What's it be 53? 52. Today's what?
No, 52, yeah.
52?
That should have been the slogan for today.
Oh.
I know when I was typing it, I was like, I missed the opportunity.
Why think just do?
Episode 52.
Episode 52. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you so much for being a part of it. And of course, guys, I can't leave without telling you to ensure that you spend more time living your content than posting it. I don't understand what y'all doing.
Do not go on Facebook, but treat it like your personal journals and diaries. We all could see it. We all could see it, man. It's a public forum.
Oh, guys, and of course, most importantly, if there's anything you remember from today's show, besides making sure you're going to check out the Fresh Fire concert and conference on the weekend,
Yes.
please remember, you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a mug. We're going to see you guys tomorrow.